I'm Mr. Hargrave, and this is everything you need to know about Masters of Evil, and timestamps are going to be down below. So we're going to be testing Masters of Evil on just about every heavy, difficult Cosmic Crucible team in their worst rooms in this. So come back to this as many times as you need to. Check the reference down below if you're wondering what Masters of Evil does on Gamma, Tangled Web, Unlimited X-Men, War Dogs, and Room 6. All that and more in this video are on the test server doing all this testing. So thank you so much to the people at Boundless for giving me this access so I could make this video. And yeah, 0 people online. I'm actually offline right now. Anyway, I'm going to switch to a different screen soon. So look, this is the team that I'm testing, and we're going to test everything that you're going to see with this team. I'm not going to upgrade it at all. If we do another round, depending on how the first round goes, I might do a second round. And if I do that, I'll come back here. I'll show you what I've upgraded. But right now, this is what I feel is reasonable for a Masters of Evil team to look like for a player like myself who doesn't really spend any money on this game, right? No real money of consequence, maybe 20 bucks a month, right? At most. So pretty heavy investment in Ultron, but this dates back on my channel. I mean, people know me. I like Ultron. I took him into Dark Dimension 5. That's actually going to be my recommendation for a lot of players at this point. Again, kind of lapsed off of it for a while, but here it is. All right. Anyways, the rest of the team, 4 stars, 4 stars, 4 red stars. This is the Isotope 8 setup that I'm thinking right now. Once again, I might adjust this as we test it. Striker for Ultron, Striker for Kang, Raider for Titania, Fortifier for Absorbing Man, and Skirmisher for Moonstone. I'm going to have separate videos on all these characters. I already have one for Ultron. I don't know if I need to make another one on him. If you want to know why I picked these classes, and we'll go more in depth on the various characters as I actually unlock them on my real account, on the real server. For tier 4s, Ultron's maxed out. I don't know if you need to do that. This is just something I had done for a very long time. Kang the Conqueror. I'm putting everything on here. This team's going to require a sizable investment. Like, make no mistake, this is a heavy investment team. So everything except for the passive. When we do the second pass, I might have to just max out all their tier 4s. It's a team that you're really going to want to invest heavily in, I feel. And I'm doing everything here except for the ultimate. I did everything on Absorbing Man, his kit. This just seemed to be all this stuff had major Cosmic Crucible bonuses attached to it. So like, if you want this team to work in Cosmic Crucible, this is what you're going to have to do. This team actually, I don't think it's going to have much use outside of Cosmic Crucible. I just think Cosmic Crucible is super important. I think everyone's going to agree with me soon. All right, everything except for a basic. So pretty much all the tier 4s, but yeah, I am skipping a couple just to try to stay reasonable because I know how rare tier 4s are in this game. Okay, on to the testing. For positioning, I like Absorbing Man with Titania behind. Titania gets a lot of counters and deflects, so she's good there. Ultron in the middle because he gets the revive mechanic, so he can take a little more damage. I like Kang the furthest away from Absorbing Man because if he dies, your whole team is going to fall apart, and early on, he's going to not be as strong as maybe some of these other characters. Your Ultron is probably going to be your strongest guy. And then Titania's got all those buffs. Okay, let's go in. We're going to go against Gamma. Most of these are going to be punching up. So I might power this team up a little bit to show you more of a punch across thing. Let's see how it goes. I really expect this team to win, though. That's what I want to see. I want to see wins, but I understand if we need to maybe make it a little stronger. All right, let's go into it. Okay, here we go. First thing, we get speed advantage, and I like Titania's ultimate. It does ability block, disrupted. It does 2 stacks of ability block. All right, who do I really want to hit with this? I don't want to hit She-Hulk with it. I think I want to hit Brawn. Well, man, I got a problem. Because, like, She-Hulk's just going to throw it all back at me. I don't know what I want to do here. I guess I'll hit Brawn with it, but I'm a little worried about it getting thrown back at me. Let's see if it matters. I love their animations, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to get to really savor them during this because I need to kind of go quickly. Piercing damage, and it does like adjacent. So I'm just going to kind of stick over here on the left. Stay away from Red Hulk. Wow, they're doing massive amounts of damage. That's actually... Oh, this was a stun. I should have landed this on Red Hulk or She-Hulk. I don't know. Might have to fix that. I got to remember, I don't want to win these fights. If I win the fight, I won't be able to keep using this team. So forgive me if I don't go all the way to the end of these fights. Wow, this is nuts. They are just ripping through this team. I'm going to go after Brawn and just kill him. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, I'm just kind of impressed about how well this is working. This is nuts. I think once we get down to Red Hulk, we can assume that this was a win and that no further testing is needed. This team just rips apart Gamma. This is just a huge, huge damage with Absorbing Man on Hulk. Is he going to just one-shot him out? No. Okay, but he does hurt him pretty bad. Here comes in Titania. Red Hulk's almost dead. Green Hulk's almost dead. We haven't touched Red Hulk. Red Hulk finally got one charge on him. She-Hulk, it didn't matter. Like, it didn't... Look, this is a win. This is a win. Yeah, there's no way this team doesn't win. Look at the buffs on it. This team is insane. This is the first time I've seen them in Crucible. Oh my God. Okay, this is a win. Let's go on to the next. Wow. All right, that just destroys Gamma. Next up is Darkhold Dormammu. Still a threat in this meta, in this round season of Cosmic Crucible. They've done some nerfs to Dormammu, but it's really not enough to shut him down as a threat. So, all right, let's try this. I actually had this on my defense for the first round of this season, and the guy couldn't clear it. Like, it's still that good. All right, let's go. And I'm at a pretty high rank. All right, let's go into this one. All right, here we are against Darkhold and Dormammu. We get to go first, and we get that ability block and disrupt now. That's so key. Let's land it right on Morgan Le Fay. Nice. God, I didn't get disrupt, but I got 2 stacks of ability block on her. That's killer. Clear all barrier on primary and adjacent. Oh, that's so good. So good for Darkhold. That's insane. It didn't clear the barrier on Agatha. That might be a visual bug or an actual bug. I don't know what was there. That looks a little off. I'll be sending this over to the developers too, so I'm going to try to stay clean. Apply stun. I get to stun Wong? Sure, I'll stun Wong. Let's put a stun on Wong so he doesn't actually lands. That's great. Ultron bots. I love how well... Oh, I forget that Ultron doesn't attack on that now. I got to pay attention to that. I hit Wong. Whatever. Maybe I would have targeted someone else. I kind of feel like this team's going to crush out. I'm loving this. So much fun. All right, what's this guy do? Speed up. Does a bunch of damage. Clear all negative effects from self. Should I kill Wong? Or let's go for Morgan Le Fay, because we reduced his speed bar, so that stun actually got more value off it, which I do like. Okay, this is just a big damage attack and clear all positive effects. Everybody has safeguard, though, except for Dormammu. Let's see if it can pull everything off of Dormammu. If it can do that, I'm impressed. Sometimes that can be difficult. Can Ultron one-shot Dormammu? Let's see. Oh my God. Yeah, just about. Just about. I don't know what else I can do to make Dormammu more, or Ultron more bigger. That's going to be difficult because I already have him kind of all the way up, all the yellow stars and red stars. Okay, Kang hits hard. Here comes his ultimate. We didn't get this far last time. Let me turn the speed down so we can really appreciate the animations. And just in case I win off of this. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to win off of that. But it did kill Dormammu, which is huge for this matchup. So Dormammu's dead because Ultron did that devastating blow to him. All right, now Morgan Le Fay's back out here. This is going to do a stun. I have a second stun on this team. And Morgan Le Fay is stunned down. That's a 7 red Morgan Le Fay from what I remember. More Ultron bots and an attack that goes with it that kills Morgan Le Fay. I don't think this team has a way to remove revive once, if I'm mistaken. So that's maybe a slight weakness. I can ability block Strange over here. This is a win. Yeah, no, this is a total win. I think as soon as we kill Morgan Le Fay, we can just consider that we've won this and move on. But wow, this team is crazy. In Crucible, don't know how much value you're going to get out of this team outside of Crucible, but inside Crucible, it is living up to the hype. You saw the team. It's like 700K. This is absolutely bonkers. All right, let's go. This is going to be a kill on Morgan. That's it. Yeah, there's no way they can't win from the state. Okay, DORMAMMU done. Let's move on. I don't even feel like I need to test this, but let's go ahead and run it anyways. This is like a very weak rebirth. I would need this team so much stronger on defense to test this. I think Masters of Evil is going to run right over this. Maybe if everybody was a fortifier, it would help. We're in the room where the fortifiers get bonuses. I don't know. I really don't. I'm going to have to be very careful not to win this one so that it burns the team. All right, let's go. Let's test it. All right, we're loaded up. Who do we want to stick that ability block on? Let's put it on Captain Carter. I really like Titania's just opening with 2 stacks of ability block. That is so good. Kang right over here on the left hit everybody. Wow, it's just devastating. It's just devastating. Yeah, this is an absolute victory. I don't really think we need to go much further. You can already see what's happening here. I mean, Rebirth is only... And man, Ultron Special is lit. Wow. That's a win. It's a win. Enough said. Okay, let's give it a real test. This, I feel, is the hardest room in Crucible. Is gonna be Unlimited X-Men in room number 4. We're punching up 100K here. At my level, these teams are much bigger than this. But I think for a lot of the player base, this is probably what you're looking at. I'd like to really test this against a much bigger Unlimited X-Men, but this is a very small Masters of Evil. So, all right, I think it's fair. Let's test it out. The only thing I feel Masters of Evil is really missing is a way to clear Revive once. That can be tricky, and this is tricky. They have all this evade, all this immunity, safeguard. What am I going to do? This attack is unavoidable and can't be blocked, but it can't drop any of those debuffs. So I'm not going to open with the ultimate. What am I going to do? Clear all negative effects, copy and clear positive effects. So she can copy. Okay, I guess I'm going to hit Rogue and copy these effects, which is pretty cool. That was a lot of effects to copy. But it is making me play this team a little differently. This is like every time he crits, he gets, so there's a case for making putting Kang as a raider because he gets evades on critical hits. I like that a lot of his moves are area attacks. These are area attacks as well. They have immunity though, so I'm not gonna get the defense down. I'm not gonna get the stuns. I kind of want the stuns. Reduce speed bar with the enemy with the highest damage, so probably Rogue. And mind control that enemy to attack the primary target. Excluding, so you select someone who isn't the primary target and you have, so I can have Rogue like punch Gambit in the face. Let's see what happens here. Does that work? Yeah. She reduces the speed bar on Rogue and has Rogue hit Gambit. That's just mean, man. Aren't they dating? What's going on? And then this is going to be the attack from Ultron. I got ability block on Absorbing Man, but I don't think he cares. And now I got to kind of come back. This is a fight. This is a fight. I still can't ability block her. I want to save those ability blocks and stuns until they'll actually do something. I only got 3 minutes left. I got to keep my eye on the clock. This is still a tough fight. This might be the hardest challenge that I can do. All right, here comes Kang with the big area attack. Killed Gambit. Wow. Wait, I don't think Gambit revived either. That one might... I got to read the ultimate again. The ultimate on Kang might kill without... No, they're doing a lot of moves that kill that then these guys aren't reviving. They're ripping through this team. This is a win. Whoa. This is a devastating win. And it's because they're killing without revives. I got to look at these kits and confirm that is working as intended, but it's definitely working. Okay, that's it. Yeah, because whenever Kang goes, his passive just hits everybody. This is a win, like an outright victory, smashing, total, complete victory. Let's go review those kits and make sure that what we saw was supposed to happen. Yes, there it is. So Kang's ultimate, this attack ignores defense up. Characters killed by this attack cannot be revived. So yeah, what I was saying about that at the start of the match, actually they considered it. You can wipe people out and you can't revive them. This team slaps. And yes, also confirmed Ultron's ultimate. This attack ignores defense up and enemies killed by it cannot be revived. So yeah, it answers room 4 brilliantly, or any team that revives. This team can shut it down with their ultimate attacks. Maybe not every attack, but with their big attacks, the ones that kill people, they don't come back. Masters of Evil versus Tangled Web in room 5. I don't think this is going to be a problem. After everything else we've seen, I don't think this is going to be an issue, but who knows? In my opinion, this is the strongest version of Tangled Web. Let me know down in the comments if you think there's a nastier version of it. I still think this one is the worst, but let's see how this does. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's see how they can deal with this Spider Weaver. I know they have some unavoidable attacks, and this is what makes it bad, is that you can't, like if I could just get it Spider Weaver right now, I could drop 2 stacks of ability block on her, but I can't get to her. Let's see, Disrupted on Bishop is actually very nice, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna land that. And then I really wanna get over to Weaver. Kang comes in, can Kang get her right here? Apply slow, clear all barrier. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and actually aim this. I'm going to aim this at Bishop, and I'm going to stay away from 2099 so that they don't get speed up. I'm hoping to land a stun or an ability block on Weaver. Whoa, he just ripped Bishop apart. This is a stun. You have a first round stun with Moonstone. So I can just stun Weaver? Yeah, that's it. This is a win. No, it's over. Wow, they're so fast too. There it is. Weaver's dead. The team is just so fast. In Crucible, its speed is ridiculous. And that's what's making all this work so well. It just is dominant. All right, last room. Let's go. This is a win. It's funny, before I started this, I thought that I'd have to like power up Masters of Evil. But I actually want to power up the defenses. I don't think this team needs any more power than it has. If you have this Masters of Evil, odds are you can use it to clear whatever is in front of you. Unless you're at an extremely high level of Cosmic Crucible, in which case you probably have this team built up higher. But I would say for like 90 to 99% of the player base, this team is going to rip through whatever is in front of it in Crucible. Amazing. Yeah, these guys really got it right the first time on this one. I don't think we're going to need to do a rebirth kind of revamp on this. I think this team is nuts. Another thing we got to test is this thing crazy on defense? Like, is it really hard to beat on defense, or are you able to pick this apart in defense? Now, I did test this team a little bit in the arena, and it does not do well in the arena. Even against like old meta teams. Even against older stuff like Like I had a team with like Kestrel, Doom, Silver Surfer, Zemo, Emma, like really old meta. And that team just tore this apart, especially Kestrel, because she shuts down all the Ultron bots. So if you want to try to counter this team, it's going to involve Kestrel somehow. But I think if you have Kestrel, you can kind of shut this team down. But all right, let's see how it does on this room. This is room number 6. This is a big War Dogs team. Not the biggest, but pretty damn big. I still think War Dogs is better than Wakanda. I don't know. I assume that if it can beat War Dogs, it can beat this. War Dogs, for every team I've ever taken in against them, they go first. I'm going to be really curious to see if Masters of Evil get to go first when I go into this. Let's find out. All right, here it is. We've loaded it up and we are in and we're going first. Well, that's a win. This is over. This is literally over. I'm going to go right down the middle with Kang. Oh my God. It must be, I know Kang has a bunch of speed manipulation, so that's probably doing it. I think I want a stun. I like that I have, well, I don't have a stun with her. Okay. But I do have ability block, disrupted, heal block. They clear all that stuff. I don't know if I want to do that. Copy all, they don't have any positive effects yet. I'm going to save that. I might just go with a kick. I might just throw a kick Black Panther's direction. Just a straight kick. Now this is the stun. Apply stun to primary target. Oh, she has 2 stuns, her ultimate and her special stun. Whoa, that is crazy. All right, I'm going to go right over here with it and just hit Black Panther with it and just shut him down. Wow, this just shuts this room down. I love how the bots now spawn with Death Proof and Crucible, preventing, and Black Panther's dead. Dude, this is over. This is over. I might just go ahead and win this attack at this point. Like, this is done. There's nothing else to test. They destroy everything. It's just entire decimation. Straight murder. What else do you want from this team? It's the Masters of Evil, and it's insanely good. I'm going to one-shot Shuri. Shuri's gone. And look, they didn't even get a turn. War Dogs in room 6 didn't even get a turn. Forget it. It's over. All right, so you want to win Cosmic Crucible, get Masters of Evil. For me, it's going to take a month. Right? It's going to take a month for me to get Masters of Evil because Moondragon's going to be the monthly character release. So that's going to take, it's probably going to be almost until the end of the month before I have this team running as a light spender free to play guy. But, it's going to be great. It's going to be a great team to have. Cosmic Crucible isn't going anywhere. So pick up Masters of Evil one more time. Let's go ahead and look at the team. Just to show you what kind of investment you're going to need. This is just the stars you're going to get. These are just the stars you're going to get by doing all the free-to-play monthly events. Some of them require you to drop, some cores to unlock some of these guys. It might cost 600 cores here and there a day for some of these events. But other than that, we're just talking 4 red on each. Level 90, tier 15. No tier 16s. Although now we know we can tier 16 some of this pretty easily. Ultron's tech. Kang is tech. I think Titania is bio. Absorbing Man's mystic. And Moonstone is bio. So those are a little tougher. The bio ones, actually not so bad. It's Absorbing Man that's going to be a little tricky because we have Gamma, which is a full bio. And now we have, wait, is that it? We just have them? I was thinking, Mystic. No, the bio ones are not a problem. It's Absorbing Man who's Mystic. That one's the problem because we have Darkhold and now we have Deathpool, and we have Spider Weaver, and they all need to go up to tier 17. So I don't know. You could probably tier 16 Absorbing Man. Tier 16 doesn't do that much for you though. So it's kind of tier 17s. Like if I was going to tier 17 2 characters on this, I would tier 17 Ultron and Kang. Those are kind of your big damage guys. And Kang really is brutal, especially with his passive. And once again, I'll be having detailed videos come out on each of these guys as they actually hit the game. This is really early information. But with this passive where every turn he gets to hit everybody for piercing damage, and then he has this big ultimate that does 300 piercing damage to everybody, and it clears all barrier, and characters killed by it cannot be revived. He's a character that the bigger he is, and I really do think Striker's the way to go on that. Just the more damage he does, the more value you're going to get out of him. So he's like my tier 17 nod. Him and Ultron, I don't know, maybe that's my Ultron bias coming out. Anyways, let me know what you think of Masters of Evil down in the comments below. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and grave diggers, keep digging.
Come on, to this blasphemous brawl. Dance with the dead and catch a film of it all.